My 25 meters cat, 6F, is too scared of me. Now I just want to stress that our relationship is completely platonic, but I have had her since she was 2, and since the day I got her she was always scared of me. But here's the odd thing, she is only scared when I stand up. She doesn't care as I'm sitting or laying down, but as soon as he sees me stand she hunker down and lowers her head and doesn't move. Now I'm starting to think she doesn't like me being 5 feet 2 inches and she prefers someone her height, but what can I do about that? It's not my fault that I'm that big. Too long did not read. Cat scared. Cat, i.imager.com/and1rtcr.jpg closing parenthesis. She was kept in a cage when I got her. Pouting cat. Many cats don't like it when you tower over them and act scared and insecure. Especially when you make sudden or loud noises while upright, walking with heavy steps, speaking with a loud voice, etc. Have you ever tried things like standing completely still and speaking softly to her? Or throwing her treats while standing and coaxing her out of her shell? That technique worked with mine in the end. After first making her comfortable with standing, she eventually got comfortable with me carrying her and everything. Took some time, but was worth it. There are, however, many cats who just don't like it when the human stands above them. Or picks them up. It's just part of her personality. Either way, you could also try catnip, or valerian, or other soothing aids to lessen her stress level. Do you know if she has ever been hit in the past? Why did you have to clarify that your relationship with your cat was platonic? It shouldn't be anything else. I don't have any advice, but this is too precious for this world. I wish you and your kitty all of the happiness. I find it concerning that you even felt the need to clarify your relationship with your cat as platonic. That should be a given. What types of interactions do you attempt when you're not sitting down? Do you try play with her, try to hold her, etc.? I think she just needs some time to adjust. Continue petting her, playing with her, but give her time to relax as well. Also give her some treats too. Now for some cats a car drive can be very stressful, so try to do it as rarely as possible. And don't cage the beast. This is wholesome. Really cute cat. One of the cats I kitty sit does that too. If you post this in a cat sub you might get better answers. You might want to take her to the vet and ask if there's any kind of anti-anxiety med they can prescribe for her. They do exist for cats. This is fairly common, especially with a cat that was feral or was stepped on as a young un. My mom's cat Tony does this as he was feral when she got him. He doesn't like being around you if you are reeking or standing, but as soon as you sit he's all about the lovin'. Some cats are literally pathological scaredy cats and will never change. One of my 2 has been terrified of me since the day I adopted him, 10 years ago. If I approach him really slowly, telegraphing all my movements really clearly, he will sometimes let me pet him, if he's in the mood. Otherwise, he will jump up and run off in a blind panic. Other things that scare him include sliced ham or chicken, if it's dangled in front of his face a bit too vigorously. Any movement within a 1 meter radius of him that is faster than a snail's pace. Sudden noises. Cat toys appearing out of nowhere. He's a complete shell-shocked nervous wreck and I love him to bits. I have a cat who does this. We adopted her back in December and she was so scared of everything. Then she got comfortable jumping on the bed and getting pet. This led to a Pavlovian response to the alarm clock where she'd run and hop onto the bed as soon as it went off at 5:45. Eventually she was okay with us petting her while she was on the cat pole. Recently she hasn't been running away when we walk into the same room. But she will still run if we get too close. It's a slow process. Give your cat space and let the trust build at the cat's pace. Cats are kind of psycho. I've never known one that didn't have an over-the-top response to stimuli. I've had cats that went into a full hysterics whenever a doorbell or phone rang, not just in the house, but on TV. Total meltdown. Here's what I'd suggest is create a positive association with your standing. Try keeping cheap plastic ping pong balls and throw one whenever you stand for a few weeks. She may start to associate happy fun playtime with your standing. My cat, previously abused, always hated being picked up, couldn't stand me approaching it for pets and had no interest in me talking even a little bit loud. So I started sitting on the floor and having whisper chats with it. After a while it would approach me but would run if I tried to reach out and pat it. So I started sitting with one hand out, and after a while it would come and put its face in my hand, and then I was allowed to pat it. I kept that going, and after a while it would come sit with me on the couch, then sleep on my chest. Seemed like she just wanted to be in control of the relationship, and after I made it clear that she was, then she chilled way out. But this is my first cat, so it may just be her personality and not a shared trait of cats. Cat enthusiast here. Cats don't like when you stand over them. Try sitting, laying down and extending your hand to them, think Michelangelo's creation of Adam, and make no sudden movements. This gives them the invitation to sniff your hand, and after that it calms them down a bit. The winning technique though will be treats. You don't have to overdo it. Just every time they approach you, let them sniff your hand, and when it looks like they're finished, give a treat and gentle pets and scratches they love just behind the ear, back of the neck. It'll take Tim, but this will help build trust. Good luck. Do you talk loud or do abrupt movements? That might be scaring her. Try petting her a little many times during the day. Do not pick her up unless you absolutely need to. Cats are such sweet beings, you just need to figure them out. Edit. Also possible abusive past. Sad face. I can highly recommend clicker training for cats. You can start training her while sitting on the ground, and after a few weeks, take a lot of time, get taller, maybe kneeing first, then sitting on a stool and so on. Training also helps to build a better relationship between you, and the cat gains confidence. Don't let people tell you that cats can't be trained. You just have to find the right treats and trick the cat into thinking that it was her idea in the first place. Grin. I got my deaf cat when he was 2 years old as well. The first time he felt comfortable enough to purr was over 1 year later. I started training him with treats and he really enjoys it. It was a bit more difficult with his handicap, but we managed. Smile. I wish you all the best and lots of patience. Cat 6F has absolutely done me in. Go the vet, get it put down, and get another cat. Problem solved. Why is this in relationship advice? Go ask an animal-related subreddit.